What's up guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be what and how I pack for makeup when I'm going away for the weekend. I actually have my little bag right here that I normally pack. This is from Pixi. I love this little bag because it has multiple pockets, pouches. I'll show you guys everything, but that's what today's video is going to be. Make sure you hit subscribe and the bell before you guys go so you don't miss an upload, and let's jump right in. Okay, so like I said, I have my little bag here. I like to use this entire pouch for makeup. Before, I was actually being like smart about packing makeup. I was bringing like a huge case, and it's just excessive and it's not necessary, especially for the summer when you're just like going away for a weekend or a week. So I love having like all of my skincare and all of my makeup in just one compact place. So I'll link this bag below. It's from Pixi. I like to keep all my skincare in this pack. It's pretty big, it's pretty thick. It has a zipper. So I have all my skincare in here. And then today we're doing makeup. So I can do a what I pack for skincare video too, but I want to keep this focused on makeup just so I can talk you guys through like how I think and what I'm doing when I'm packing for makeup. So this is my collection. Can you guys see? If I put the mirror down, you can see all this stuff in here. It's excessive. It needs to be cleaned out. And then I also have all of this stuff over here, which I'll just turn the camera a little bit. All of this here. So yeah, that's the situation. I know probably a lot of you don't have as much product as this, so narrowing things down is a little bit easier, but I want to, like I said, just share my thought process when I'm packing. So the way I like to do it is the first thing I'll do is think, okay, when I'm doing my makeup, where do I start? Usually a moisturizer or a primer. So I look at my collection and I pick out a primer depending on what I'm doing. So I just got this Charlotte's Magic Cream. It has SPF in it. And it does like a million other things, and it can also double as a primer. So I love packing products that are multi-purpose so that I don't have to bring, you know, one SPF, one moisturizer, one serum. Like I love multi-purpose products. So this is something I will definitely pack. So that's gonna go in there. So now that I'm good with primer and SPF, what I used to do was just be like, oh, I like this SPF too. Oh, I might need this. And I would like throw all three of them in there. Don't do that. Limit yourself, okay? So like I said, multi-purpose products are great. So I really don't need any other primers either, unless I feel like the primer that I packed or the product that I packed lacks something. So maybe I want to be a little bit more mattified because it's summer and my makeup rubs off. So I might also pack this primer, the Pores Be Gone Matte Primer. I might. I think I will. No. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, I will. So I work my way through my makeup process. So once I'm done with primer, I go to foundation. I think, do I need a foundation? Am I just gonna be like at the beach or at the lake and I'm not really wearing a foundation? Or am I gonna want like an option in case we go out to dinner, or I don't know, I wanna shoot something and I need like a little more coverage. So 9 times out of 10, I am packing my Natural Finish foundation from Cover FX. Like I really don't go anywhere without that because that can be super light, but it can also be full coverage, so it does a lot for me. And then if I don't want to wear a foundation but I want something, I'll usually do the Hollywood Flawless Filter. I absolutely adore this product, one of my favorite of all time. But we're getting kind of full kind of fast, Sarah, so we need to figure it out. So we're good with primer, foundation. Now we need to go to concealer. I almost always pack my Tarte Shape Tape. It really is just like the most reliable concealer. I can wear a little bit of it if I just need a little bit of brightening under my eyes. I can put a lot on if I want a full coverage look. So I will pack my concealer. Then I will pick a powder. So either the Cover FX or the Charlotte Tilbury translucent powder. I always have to bring a translucent powder home just because, or when I'm going anywhere. I've only been going to New Hampshire recently because we aren't going anywhere else. So that's why I keep staying home. But I'll always bring one translucent powder because I need to set my makeup, and if I ever get like oily throughout the day, this is what I put on top. So I'll probably do the Charlotte Tilbury because this one is just so good. It gives my skin such a velvety, beautiful finish. So I'm gonna pack that. Next up, I need a bronzer. What I usually will do, like I said, multi-purpose product. This Trip for Two palette from Wander Beauty is awesome because it has a bronzer and a blush in it. So now I don't even need to pack a blush. Sometimes I may not even wear a blush, but this has both in it, so I'm just gonna pack this one. Next, I need brow. I don't go anywhere without my brow products. The Benefit Goof Proof Pencil in the shade 2.5 has a spoolie on one side and a pencil on the other side. definitely packing that. And then the 24-hour brow setter. Sometimes I will only wear those two products and that's all, because I just need to have my brows filled in. Or if I'm being really low maintenance, which is rare, I will just do the 24-hour brow setter, because that just helps keep my brows in place, because if I don't, they just disheveled and they're a mess and they're so overgrown. So I need a brow gel. Next is highlight. Usually I'm like, I don't really need a highlight, but it doesn't hurt to throw it in. My Hollywood Flawless filter could double as like a creamy highlight, so I may not pack one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna skip the highlight. You know why? Because for eyeshadow, I'm gonna bring home this little guy. I talk about this eyeshadow palette all the time, but the reason I love it so much is because, one of the reasons I love it so much is because it's so small, so it's so easy to travel with. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk palette. You guys have seen me talk about it a million times. I can't get it open. Here it is, has 4 shades, basically all I need. It's all I'm wearing right now. I wouldn't normally pack like those huge, like the huge Jaclyn Hill palettes I have. Like this one's pretty big from Charlotte. Like I love just like a small eyeshadow palette that I can use to, you know, just do like my basic makeup, especially in the summer when I don't wear a ton of eyeshadow. Like this is all I need. And then the shimmer shades in this palette can double as my highlight. If I did want a powder highlight, I could easily just put a little bit of that on my nose, Cupid's bow, and then the inner corners. And I would even do a little bit of that on my cheek if I really wanted a powder highlight. Next, we need eyeliner and mascara. Charlotte Tilbury Classic eyeliner pencil. It's what I'm wearing right now. Super small, easy to pack. Pencils are so easy to pack. And then my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is a staple and just like what I use all the time, every day. So need an eyeliner and mascara. Sometimes I'll just wear the mascara and I won't wear the eyeliner, but just in case, since it's so easy and small to pack, I will pack that. So for lips, I'll usually just throw in a nude lipstick, 1 or 2. This is Dance Floor Princess from Charlotte. I'm looking for MAC Blankety, but I can't find it. But I would pack like this one and that one. And again, these are small. So yeah, we're getting full though, but I definitely still have a little space in here. I always bring my setting spray. This actually comes in a travel size, which is so much better for travel because this is pretty big. But my Urban Decay setting spray is a must. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to put this one in here, even though it is pretty big. Will be okay, but I would definitely recommend getting the travel size if you can. I'm trying to make sure we did everything. So we did primer, foundation, concealer, powder, bronzer, blush, highlight, eyeshadow, eyes, lips, setting spray. So that's pretty much it. You could absolutely stop there. Normally, once I've gone through that whole process in my head, then I look again and I'm like, what else do I need? What else can I fit? And I usually will grab my Grande Glow and my Grande Pop liquid blush and liquid highlighter, especially in the summer. I just love not having to put on powder. So like, say I'm not doing foundation and like the works one day, but I want a little bit of color on my cheeks and a little bit of highlight, I'll just do just these two and that's gonna go. The other thing I usually bring with me is my Tula Face Filter Blurring Priming Moisturizer. You guys can see this is almost gone. This is great, again, for those like no foundation days because it just evens out your skin tone. And then I would go on top with my Grande Glow and Pop. I would do like a little blush, a little highlight, and this guy, maybe a little mascara, and we're good to go. So you can see like I have products in here that are good for like a more full makeup look, but also just if I'm not really wearing makeup, but I want something, I have options. I like to give myself options and I generally overpack. So as long as it can fit in here, I always feel like this isn't really makeup, but I really don't go anywhere without this. This is the iDuty Niacinamide Brightening Cream from First Aid Beauty. Sometimes if I don't want to put concealer on, I'll just do this because it's so brightening. It's an amazing, amazing eye cream. So I'll throw that in. And then I need something for my lips. I usually keep that in my purse. I don't really pack that. And the Kompari Coconut Melt is really, really good. So now we have to talk tools. I always bring my beauty sponge, and then I do need a couple brushes. The good thing is that the beauty sponge really does like a lot. So if you're trying to not pack a lot, definitely pack a sponge because that can do foundation and concealer. You could also do a liquid highlight with your sponge. You could do a liquid blush with your sponge. So I'm probably not gonna bring a foundation brush just because I have my sponge. I don't need concealer. I probably need a bronzer brush. So this bronzer brush. This is the Morphe R2. I used this today. It's so, so good. It's perfect just for a quick, easy bronze. I always need a brush like this size to set my translucent powder under my eye or just all over my face. I can use this for both. So I always bring like this type of brush home. This is from Tarte. That's it. I don't really need a blush brush because I can easily use my bronzer brush for a little bit of blush if I want to use that powder blush. Oh, eyeshadow. I need my 2 eyeshadow brushes that I don't go anywhere without, which are actually 3. So for eyeshadow, just since I brought that palette home, I will need a couple eyeshadow brushes. These are super small and easy to travel with as well. So I have this brush case from It Cosmetics, yeah. And it's amazing for travel because you can stick all your brushes in, and it's like magnet, and I can just put this separate from my makeup so I'm not shoving all my brushes in there. But I'll be honest with you, a lot of the time I'm just shoving these brushes in there. R37, the Sigma E40, and the Morphe E17. These are my 3 eyeshadow brushes. Morphe also makes a hard brush case, which I used to travel with all the time, but it is pretty big. So in general, since I'm only bringing like these 5 brushes, they're easily gonna fit right in my Pixi little guy, and I put them in horizontal so they're not getting stuffed, and then I'll zip it up. Guys, this is who I am. I'm being real with you. This is who I am. I just think about all the stuff I need. I put it in this and I zip it up. Then I love this. It just closes up and zips. And then you're good to go. All my toiletries, all my skincare, and all my makeup in this bag. I hope this video was helpful and gave you an idea of how I pack, what I pack, and maybe a couple new products that you didn't know about that like really I can't travel without. Let me know if you guys have any other questions. I'd love to hear how you guys pack your makeup because I'm always looking for better ways and like better like bags. I really love this one because it's kind of the perfect size. It fits in luggage really easily because it's square and good, and yeah. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Mwah. Bye.